Hey guys, welcome to our sweet kitchen. Today we are making a decadent lavender biscotti, which is so good. Biscotti translates in Italian as twice baked. Whoops! This is Mr. Hobbs. He is sporting his springtime fashion. Even though it is cold right now, we are making a lavender biscotti from flowers that we harvested in the springtime. The lavender behind us is not blooming right now, but these are some nice culinary blossoms that we can use in cooking. They stay nice and crisp for a good month if you keep them stored in an airtight container. The bees absolutely adore lavender because the blossoms usually bloom when other plants aren't. So this gives them some wonderful pollen and nectar when they are the hungriest and need it the most. I hope you definitely go and enjoy a lavender farm near you. In California, we have so many lavender fields. I think the closest one is about an hour outside the Bay Area. I'm looking forward to enjoying that in May or June when the blooms are blooming the most. We love lavender and so do the bees. Before we start, if you haven't already, please subscribe. Just hit that red button and that doorbell so you're notified when new videos come out. This really helps us gain subscribers, so one day YouTube will generously donate to our little nonprofit. Here's some tips. Use local honey. They are helping to pollinate your local plants, which is beneficial to all local wildlife. Since bees are now endangered, it's more vital than ever to support local bee farmers who are helping to raise and ethically maintain healthy bees. Many store-bought honeys filter and use high heat to bottle their honey, which removes many of the health benefits that is kept in local honey. When you buy local, you get unique flavors that are lost when industrialized. Local honey also helps with allergies in that it ensures that your honey has the allergens native to the area you live in. Pick some up at your local farmer's market or search online under Local Beekeepers Association. Find your state you live in and the county, and you're all set. Use dried lavender. Head out to a local farm, or better yet, grow your own in your own backyard. In California, it's really easy to do. Just dry them in a basket until the blooms fall off. But you can also put them together in bundles. Let's get busy in the kitchen. First off, we're going to start with 2 1/4 cups of flour. A neat little trick is to use the back of a knife to smooth it. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon baking powder. We'll smooth it in. We're going to do some pink Himalayan salt. We're just going to grind it up and add 1/2 teaspoon. Use 2 1/3 cup white sugar. Mix it up with a whisk, ensuring that you're mixing everything up together, especially the baking powder, which can be lumpy. In a larger bowl, we're going to use 3 farm fresh eggs and take 2/3 cups of the dry ingredients. Mix it up. Here's a fun trick. Take some avocado oil or some grapeseed oil and grease up that spoon before we're going to add our beautiful honey. We're using 3 tablespoons real honey. Fun fact. It takes 108 bees their entire lifetime to make just 3 tablespoons of honey for this recipe. Bees truly are giving us a special gift. So beautiful. Now we're going to use 2 tablespoons of rind. I just grabbed a couple of mandarins from our tree outside. I'm going to just gently get as much rind off as possible. I also grabbed a bunch of oranges off the tree and getting that zest off that as well. And it's approximately 2 tablespoons. Add 1 tablespoon dried lavender flowers. I love to use ours from the garden, but you can also purchase this from a specialty store as well. Use 1/2 teaspoon real vanilla extract. If you're curious, check out our video on how to make it. It is so much better than the fake stuff. Use 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon. Give it a mix. So pretty. Add the dry ingredients onto the wet and stir that up until the dough begins to form. Now, because the orange or mandarin rind might differ in terms of how much liquid you might get from that, I like to add a little bit of flour to my hands to make it into a usable dough. Stretch it into about 13 inches by 2 inches, 2 loaves, onto a prepared pan with parchment. Pat them gently to smooth them down and bake at 350 for 35 minutes, turning halfway through. It is done when the tops begin to crack and the outside is nice and golden. Cool on a wire rack and reduce the temperature to 325. With a serrated knife, cut each loaf diagonally into 3/8 inch slices, making about 50 cookies total. Lay each biscotti cut side up and spaced about 1/2 inch apart onto a baking sheet, prepared with parchment paper. Bake at 325 for 8 minutes. Flip cookies and bake another 8. Biscottis are done when golden brown and crisp on both sides. Transfer cookies to a wire rack to completely cool. Repeat process with the very last cookie sheet. What I love about these cookies is that they're not incredibly hard. Like some biscottis can be so hard it feels like you're going to hurt your teeth. These are perfect. They're nice and crisp and crunchy. You don't have to dunk them into a hot coffee or tea if you don't want to, and they make a really good gift. The secret is you have to make sure that you store them in an airtight container. They will store like this for about 3 weeks, or if you want to extend it, throw them in a baggie into the freezer for 3 months. It's so much fun having a little tea or coffee date with these. And I just like to place them in 3s onto little plates with a little bit of lavender blooms from the garden. Really makes the color pop. And then drizzle some of the spring or summertime honey right on top. Not too much because I don't want it too incredibly sticky, but it does make the cinnamon of the cookie pop, and it's just a really nice special treat to have just a little bit more of that honey goodness in there. This is such a special treat as a gift or just to do as a simple brunch or a special just because. So much fun for birthday, anniversary, for anything at all. These little kitty cat spoons crack me up. I wish you were here to have some with me. These are so good, especially if the weather is a little bit dreary outside. These just cheer along anyone's day. The lavender smells so good. You could also make this recipe if you wanted to with rose petals, but my absolute favorite is with lavender. I also like to use a coffee that's not incredibly strong, so you want to avoid like a real French roast or a deep, bold, flavorful coffee with this. You don't want to overpower the lavender. So you could even do like a latte or a milder blend of coffee, and that will really complement the lavender honey and the biscotti. Not too terribly sweet, just the perfect amount of crunch with that honey and lavender with the cinnamon finish. Hope you guys treat yourself to this soon. That's it. Super fun and easy. For recipe details and product links, just click Show More below. Then scroll down. For questions or comments, please do that below. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for being happy. Bye! There we go. Good boy.